ain't nothing all right about everything, and ain't nothing all right about something, maybe somewhere in some place. Yeah, that big truck bearing down on me in my little pick-em-up. Yeah, I was sitting down to supper after a hard day at the factory, earning just enough to keep the wolf away from the door and enough to pay the taxes. I mean, if you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose, and if you got nothing to lose, you got nothing to worry about. And in some sort of weird, strange way, you're like the square root of -1 in my brain. It's the patriotic thing to do. Slaving all day and slaving all night, working in the factory. Chipping and grinding. Coffee break, 15 minutes. Raise your hand if you want to use the bathroom. Yeah, well, you know, I remember I worked on the General Motors assembly line there. First time I flunked out of college. See, I was, I had one of them haircuts. Looked very conservative in the front, like I was going to school, and in the back, well, there was a party in the back. You know what they call that, don't you? Yeah. So that's the way it was, that's the way it is, and evermore shall be, turning the pages of my life. The way I look at it, always make someone in the relationship make sure they got good credit. That's why it's called significant. Sign if you can't. I was going to tell you a story about my dog before, right? But I decided not to. I'll tell you this other story about... Well, it don't matter if it was a guy or a girl, because that's the way it is in my life. Every which way but loose, what do I care? I'll just say it was a guy. And once it was a guy, and he told me that if I lost about 50 pounds and worked out in the gym, I'd be cute. I told him if I lost 50 pounds and worked out in the gym, I wouldn't be talking to you. I'd be talking to one of your friends. Yeah, that's what I got to say. I'll turn the pages again of my life and see if I can find a story to tell to you. Maybe about Crowbar Hotel, or maybe about something else. I don't know. This is just all I've lived because, well, you see, I got some duct tape, and I got some baling wire, and I got some rubber bands. And I'll tell you, I've been around this cruel old world, been north and south and up and down, and in and out of those caves and tunnels and tops of mountains and down in the mines. Yeah, that reminds me of that line. 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Hey, Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. See, St. Peter, he's up there in my mind. He's among the higher powers, you know, and... Oh, I know. You think he's a figment of my imagination, but he's real to me, and he's in my mind, so he must be real. I mean, if it's a figment of my imagination, it exists. Yeah, I've done everything from the hammerjack to laying ties. Yeah, like gandy dancing. That's when you step on the end of the shovel to move the tie, and I've skinned my shin bones and broken an ankle and an arm and tried just about everything from working in the carny to working on the farm. Always searching, always looking, mainly at Crowbar Hotel and Mahogany Ridge, my feet firmly planted on a brass rail and over in the corner a spittoon. friend of mine asked me if I like chewing tobacco, and I said no, and they said, do you like snuff? And I said, that's enough. Yeah, there ain't no place that's left for me to go. I guess I'll just sit by this railroad yard and, yeah, hang out here at the camp. I got my can of beans and some sterno to heat it up with. Well, I guess that's who I am. I don't know. Maybe turn another page of my life and see where it goes. You know, love is funny. Life is strange. It ain't nothing but a dangerous game. Love has its boredom, and it has its barriers, and it has its boundaries. Sometimes I feel like the Queen of Fools or the Jack of Kings. But I know always when I'm on that road or on that path, I'm headed for heartbreak. For better or worse, there's just no way to learn, 'cause if there's one thing I certainly dread, every time I've fallen on my knees, I begin to believe in the Almighty, 'cause I get down on my knees and I pray to have it relieved. I've been down and out and up and down and all around. Oh yeah, made it around them hairpin turns with all them little white crosses, and, well, not to mention them white bicycles. Life's a gamble, love's a gamble. You never really know. Expectations breed future resentment, so that's all I know. Time for me to get back to this radio show and stop complaining about my weary old soul. The truth is, I rarely complain. I'll cuss and I'll swear and I'll fight and I'll scream, but I know being on this earth, terra firma, it's all a gift. Like sliding down that hill at Windham Mountain, looking everywhere and nowhere to be seen, and it was perfectly groomed. Powder, I mean. Sun shining bright and, well, barely cold. Oh, after all them weeks of not seeing Mother Sunshine and Father Sky and Mother Earth. Oh, life is a gamble if you don't get depressed. That didn't rhyme. I'm with the shoe, do.